Hey everybody, Coach Dave here. This time we're going to be analyzing what happens when a team who plays a high defensive line gets counterattacked and when they break down and where they break down. So we're going to be watching the white team counterattacking and how the red team reacts, and then we'll dive in. So we'll just watch the whole episode a couple times and then we'll talk about it. Turns, it's the ball, moves the ball laterally across the field, plays it out wide, tons of space, tons of space. Now they're recovering, but look at all the space and a shot, okay? Let's watch again. They turn, they break the lines of pressure. Now they're playing against the high line. He runs across. And the shot from nowhere to nowhere, not a great shot option there. Okay, so let's start breaking this down a little bit. First of all, what you'll notice is this team plays a high defensive line. Look at this. This is the halfway line. All four of their defenders are across. That's probably between 10 and 15 yards into their attacking half, which is fine. High lines are great. They have a lot of speed here. They've clearly been coached to play that way. What I like to see first off is this nice line. You see it? So this is good. Now, I don't know where the right back is. I can't see, he's not in the frame. But what I can see here is, unless this is the right back and they've all shifted over, again, I can't 100% tell. So let's assume this is the left back. He goes to pressure, opens up this space here. So all of these guys shift across this way. Okay, you see how this is about the middle of the field if we bisect it up and down. So their entire back line is in the left half of the field. That's fine. They're compressing the space, putting pressure on, no problem. Now, what I'm going to point out here right off the bat, one of the things that I work hard with my players on is this player right here, this left back, should not be pressuring this ball, okay? Because of what I said before, it opens this whole side behind him, the space behind him, and it requires his center backs to shift over. And they just don't need to do that so far up the field. And this is my own opinion. Others may coach differently, that's fine. But in my opinion, I would rather my left back retreat when they start to counter and force the left midfielder to come back and press the ball. This allows the back four to retain their shape, right? Get their nice good line and work as a unit, and it closes down this space on the side, which is something I like to do. So first off, I would not pressure this high up the field as a left back. As soon as they counter, you recover, get into your shape. Okay, so let's go to the next thing here. Okay, now, because the left back is up here, the left-sided center back has to press here, and that's okay too. He's closest to the ball, pressure. Okay, that's what we teach, pressure cover. Now, what you are going to notice is the covering is not great, right? This is happening really quick, so it's easy to pick it apart because when it stopped, and I understand that, but his spacing isn't good. As soon as the ball starts coming across this way, the left-sided center back presses, he's really got to think, all right, I'm going to get into a covering position, because if this player splits these two, then he's off to the races, okay? So this guy needs to really back a little, but okay, fine. He stays close. And what I like what they do next, watch. Okay, right there, you'll see the left-sided center back pressed, but when the white attacker continues moving the ball laterally, he passes off the ball to the right-sided center back. Good, no problem. He passes him off. This guy now starts to press the ball. Now, pay attention to what happens to this with the right back. This is important. In fact, we're going to go a little slow-mo now, just so that we can catch it a little easier. Okay, so the ball continues to run diagonally across the field. Let's see who is where right now. You've got let's see, here's the white players. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 white players, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 red players. There might be another red player over here. I can't quite tell. But anyway, it's 4v5. Now, look, you guys, look, this is a dangerous, dangerous game that this backline is playing. Look how flat they are with runners who are coming from onside positions, okay? These runners started back here in midfield. That means that a ball is easily slipped through here for a runner to go on. And these guys are completely out of, they do not have an ability to quickly recover there because they're all flat. They're up by the middle of the field. They're onsides runners, okay? Do you see that? This is a little bit dangerous. Remember, we talk about center backs and defenders reading the motion in the eyes of the midfielders. This guy coming up this way, dribbling, he should be saying, signaling to the center backs, okay, somebody's got to start dropping in here. There's too much space here that's not covered, and the runners are in a good position. Okay, let's move on. So, fine, the left center back handed him off to the right center back. Now the right, look at that. Look what just happened. Watch, let's watch it again. Left center back pressures, then hands it off to the right center back. He presses. Now, look, right back commits. Now what should happen is that this player hands the ball off to this guy, just like was done over here, and then continues to drop. Okay, that's what should happen, or he should tackle the ball, which he didn't do. What should not happen is this. Right back decides, I'm going to press. Meanwhile, center back also presses. Now we have a numerical advantage. If they don't win the tackle, we've now released this player into this space, okay? That's the danger zone. Watch what happens. The right back attacks or pressures the ball together with the center back and doesn't win the ball. By the way, he turns his back on the tackle. Not good. We've covered that before. Don't turn your back on the tackle. Here you go. And look, center back has recovered. So now these runners are all onside, which we talked about. That's the danger of playing this line all the way up here with runners coming from an onside position. Now he plays the ball. Okay, this is a really good pass and a really good run. Why? Well, you tell me, where's the space? Look at this space. Look, it's right here. It's begging for a ball to be passed in. He plays the ball. Now, everybody's out of position. I'm not sure what position he is. He might be a right midfielder or maybe a holding center mid. But here's your right back. Here's another center back. And they're all behind the ball, right? The ball's going this way. Now they've got to run. They've got to run. Okay. So let's see what happens now. Ball is played. Now there's good recovery. Let's look at the recovery. All right. These guys are hustling back. However, what do you see? What do you notice? Oh, look at this. These two white players are saying, I'm getting in this box because this guy is wide open. These four defenders are all looking here. 4 defenders. Can you imagine 4 players chasing down 1 player? Not a good thing. It opens up space. 1 player, 2 player. They're not checking behind them. Okay. So now they are hustling, which is good, but it opens up space. Watch what develops. He gets into the box. Now here, this guy finally says, yeah, I better check my shoulder. There's still 10 yards. He's not going to get there. Watch what happens. He checks his shoulder, but he doesn't change his run. He stays here. He should, once he notices, which was a good thing, he should be bending his run this way and starting to open up his shoulders and hips and eyes so that he can see which way this guy's running, basically being sideways on as much as he can. He is running backwards, but to be close to this player, have a hand on him and basically get in his way in case this guy's making this run here, he's going to get in there and block it. As it is, he doesn't do that. He leaves the space open. Now, luckily for this group of 4 defenders, which have basically broken down in their shape and are just running like crazy to get back, Luckily for them, this guy does the shoot from no angle thing. What should he have done? We all know it's a touch into the box, across to the far post. Thank you very much. Ideally, it's on the ground, a diagonal ball on the ground. He runs onto, taps it into the far corner. That's what should have happened. So this group of defenders got off easy because this guy made the wrong decision at the end. You can't count on the better teams will not make that mistake. So we'll watch it and he finishes, no angle, bad. So let's go back and watch from the start. In fact, I'll go back to regular speed. Watch it develop, watch the line and everything. Okay, here we go. Left back steps when he shouldn't. They come across, right, gets past right back steps when he shouldn't, leaves all the space. Then everybody recovers at the ball. No one's checking the runner in the middle. Luckily, they don't cross the ball and score. Okay, so this is very important, defenders. You got to talk to each other. So the right back knows that the right side of center back is going to continue pressing. And he's going to say, I'm dropping. Or he's saying, leave him, you drop. Some kind of communication so they know who's going for the ball. Second, as you're recovering, you've got to look over your shoulders, left and right. You got to see the runners and you got to get a body on them. Touch them, knock them a little bit, make them not have an easy run straight to the far post for a tap in. Okay. All right.